Don't piss on my helmet or the bike. I was going for a piss.
Yes!
Thanks, dog.
I'm Gareth, I'm head of retail at the Bike Shed, and this is my staff bike, a Honda Africa Twin. So, first of all, I guess the elephant in the room, it's not a custom bike, it's not a retro bike, it's a big, brand new adventure bike, which isn't tremendously bike shed in the traditional sense, but bike shed is different things to different people. It's a broad church, and a lot of us here like a lot of different types of motorbikes. If I had a garage full of custom bikes, I'd also have some stock bikes in there. I'd have 80s racers, big adventure bikes, dirt bikes, and this is the bike I chose. It's the first bike I've ever bought brand new. I had a Cagiva Grand Canyon before this, which was a big twin adventure bike, and I had some big singles before that. But I really loved the old Africa Twin, and I really liked what they did with the new one, and so this was the bike that spoke to me. And I'd also never had a parallel twin, and always wanted to try a parallel twin. And then, in terms of inspiration for doing some bits to it, I saw an Africa Twin that Roland Sands did. And I mean, he's daddy of the custom scene, so I figured that's permission enough to make a bike shed video on it. He did a bike for the Redondo Beach Police Department, and it was like a big, gnarly, muscled up version of an Africa Twin, and he threw loads of crash protection bits at it. He had a mount for a machine gun on the back and a bulletproof wall, so it was proper gnarly, but I liked it a lot. And I was looking at that, and I looked at it with Stew, who's our sort of resident round the world adventure bike guru. He plans trips via sort of land masses as opposed to roads. So we were looking at it, and he said he was pretty sure all the bits that Roland Sands had put on it were from AltRider. And so yeah, then we spent quite a while looking at the AltRider website, and Stu knows those guys. And yeah, let's bring Stu in to talk about that. So this is Stu. If you haven't seen his staff bike video, that's also a big adventure bike, his round the world BMW GS. And that's how you met the AltRider guys, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. We, funnily enough, bumped into them at the bike show at the XL about 6 months prior to heading off on that big, crazy North to South American trip, and we're looking at piling parts and all the unnecessary things that some people think go on the bikes, and met Jeremy, who's an awesome guy.
He does all the gnarly videos of riding bikes.
He does some very gnarly videos that are very worth checking out. He is a handy biker, you could say. He enters lots of enduros and wins and things like that. You know, he makes the rest of us look pretty rubbish. Yeah. So yeah, met Jeremy. We sort of chatted about the fact that we're going to go off and do this crazy big trip, and I mean, literally, he said, you know, send me the make and model of your bikes, and we'll see what kit we've got that will go on that's going to help you along the way. So we did, and put it to the test. Definitely put it to the test.
See, I haven't put anything to the test yet. It's all boxed. Well, I say that, we went for a ride, me and Ross went for a ride up through Epping this morning. Cool. Gave it its off-road, light off-road green lanes sort of debut.
Did you actually put it to the test?
No, I didn't drop it.
All right,
which was good. Cool. I mean, it was slippery as, well, it wasn't slippery. The tyres are no good for anything beyond light tarmac.
So pretty good for skidding, didn't it?
Yeah, there was a bit of skidding. I worked out where the ABS off button was eventually. But yeah, so we had a little play with it this morning out in the woods, which was great fun, really nice. He was on his old CL300, so we had sort of 50 years of Honda parallel twin dirt bike development. Nice. It was fun. But yeah, it's got the bits on that I'm confident to do that now and not worry about dropping it. Yep. So I thought it was going to be really easy to fit the bits, but in fitting the bits, I realized quite how integral they are. Do you know what I mean? It's not just around the edges. It was pretty involved. So started with the bash plate down here, which is it's
beefy.
It's beefy. I've got it written down. I forgot what it was. 4.1 mil thick aluminium, laser cut, so you've got a proper beefy thing there, and it covers the exhausts, whereas it had a standard one which didn't cover the exhausts, which bothered me. But yeah, this is proper chunky, and it mounts to the frame, not the engine, which is a good thing. And then onto the lower engine bar, which again is proper chunky mounted, and this is all stainless steel, 2mm wall thickness on all of the bars, so they're proper solid. The Honda catalogue ones, I thought about putting them on, but the guy in the showroom said that they were sort of essentially dress bars. They weren't drop it on its side and it will be fine bars, which these are. So it forms a cage, and because you've got the 3 bits, it kind of dissipates any impacts. There's not been any impacts yet.
Good to hear.
And then the high mudguard, because it looks cool.
Because it looks
It looks really cool. I'm sure the standard one is probably more than capable to deal with any mud that I'd throw at it, but yeah, I love the high mudguard. And
now there's no excuses now. That's the thing. There's none.
You can just keep trying.
Yeah.
And these are sort of rolled aluminium fork guards at the bottom, which is pretty much my favourite bit on it now.
Yeah.
So you've got the high guard, the fork guards, the engine bars, the bash plate. All this is quite cool. Got a clutch cover here. There was a sort of plasticky one on it from stock, but I kept catching my jeans on the clutch bit, which I thought was a bit crap. So I was pleased to get that on there. And then the whale tail, all of the luggage. Again, proper chunky aluminium. So you've got a piece where the pillion seat used to be. So wife has taken the train. Not ideal. But you had one of these.
I had exactly the same setup in South America, and they're brilliant for luggage. If you're strapping all sorts of luggage to, it's these genuine. I mean, you're kind of demonstrating with these little rock straps.
Yeah.
We use slightly bigger ones on my trip. I have to say.
I got 150 caps on the back of here during the show. I needed to do a stock run, and I had them piled high. It was great.
But yeah, that's super useful. But I can also, well, actually not personally, but Nat can attest to the fact that one of these with a rolled up ground sheet from your tent makes a really good pillion seat. Yeah, or at least that's what she said for 6 months.
I haven't talked her onto it yet.
But yeah, super useful.
You can get
right?
so much stuff on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's all the bits that I've put on it. Beyond that, it's a stock bike, but they make such a difference to the visual. I mean, I love the big. It almost looks like a roll cage. It's awesome. Goes all the way around, and then the high guard.
What else would you do to it?
Exhaust. The exhaust is huge, and it needs a black exhaust. I'm loving the all black routine. I've seen one from Spark do a lovely one. It's kind of a little bit higher and it's matte black, so I'm thinking that. I'm also, for times when I don't need all the luggage, I'd love to get a big flat rally seat that just went all the way across, single piece seat. Because
you're about 6'23", aren't you?
Yeah,
so you need
do you know what? I don't know whether I'd quite like to jack it up a little bit. Just at the back, I feel like it could be a little bit higher. I mean, I'm 6'4". With the seat, I'd get like an inch or two out of the seat, but then also if the back came up a little bit as well, that'd be nice. Maybe some bar risers for the standy off-roady stuff, which you're going to teach me to do better.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, the thing is now, with all the bars and everything, can just give it a go.
Do you want to? Chuck it on the floor, see how they work? Maybe not chuck it on the floor, Vicky might have a word to say about that. Is she around?
What, lay it down in here?
Do we lay it down?
All right, okay.
Just to see if they do their job?
It's not been down yet, Stu.
All right, well, there's a first time for everything. Yeah. I want to see the look on your face. Go on, let's lay it over.
Oh, hello.
There you go, touchdown.
Touchdown.
So, all the way over?
Yeah.
I have to just say, G, that having a GS is cheating because it goes to about 45 degrees, whereas when you've got a flat motor in there, it's going to be harder picking this thing up, I'll tell you that much.
But yeah, it's sat purely on the bars.
Sat on the bars, doing all the work.
Yeah. Nice.
And then it's as easy as just lifting it up.
It looks like we dropped it. Yeah, lifting it up. Normally you've got adrenaline and stuff picking it up. How are you meant to?
So, well, if we're doing the whole school thing, first things first.
Don't you just grip it and rip it?
No. All right, we're doing the educated thing. You want the wheel in that direction, all right? Because what you're going to do is you're going to roll it over that wheel.
Okay.
Yeah? So, first things first, get the bike off of flat so it's onto that front tyre. Now, the easiest way is actually to get both hands underneath this one.
It's not in gear. Do you want me to hold the brake on?
If you hold the brake on, it won't roll up the wheel. So what we're going to do is we're going to pivot the bike up the front axle, all right?
Okay.
We're on the flat, we're all right.
Yeah.
So 2 hands cupped underneath.
Yeah.
You're a big, strong lad.
Yeah, man.
All right? Then you go on 3 and we just lift it straight up, all right?
1, 2, 3. Nice.
All right?
Easy.
So, there's a million and one ways to lift up a bike, but it's always nice when you get to do it, and there's no damage on this side of it.
Look at that. Oh, I like it more now. I just park it like that in the garage.
Yeah, just lay it down when you get home.
Cool. So yeah, that's my staff bike. Pipe, seat, tires.
Adventures.
So I don't want full knobblies because I love riding it on the road, and that's where it's going to live most of its time. But some midway ones.
Karoo 3s.
Karoo 3s.
Metzler Karoo 3s.
Are they the kiddie?
They're brilliant. They're the perfect blend, if you ask me.
And that's pretty much it. I just love it as it is. More riding.
More riding necessary, definitely.
Yeah.
Where's the next off-road going to be? Sunday Scramble? Does this qualify for Sunday Scramble, or is it a little bit?
It doesn't. It's too.
Camera bike?
Camera bike.
Camera
Dan,
down on the back.
on the back.
Hell yeah.
I'll put the seat on it and everything for you.
You get a special classic to do that.
Support bike.
Yeah, support
Excellent.
vehicle. There we go, done. Support rider / camera rider.
I want to go down and do those Surrey lanes. There's got to be another recce for the scramble, right?
Yes. Next Sunday Scramble, we're going to recce it.
Yeah. And also, I want to do some big trips on it. Not sort of big trips, but Scotland. I want to go do Scotland properly with a tent. And I'd also like to do Ireland. My wife's from Ireland, and I've seen
Atlantic Way.
Yeah, I've seen much of it in a car, but I want to do it on a bike.
Yep.
But yeah, the good thing is, it doesn't really matter what you choose to do, it can do it. So, staff bike video, Dan says we have to do a startup. So, stock pipe, don't expect anything too lovely and throaty sounding, but it does sound good. Standard pipe sounds good, the engine sounds good, so yeah, stock noise coming up. You're coming down. Just open that with my crash bars. Slightly embarrassing, Dan. It's a stock bike, but. I think that's pretty good for a stock pipe. Think how good it will sound with a posh one on it. I've just realised they've got modes and stuff.
So have a sit on it so people can see what so that's what a 6'4" person looks like.
And that's what 100 kilos does to the spring.
Yeah, you've managed to make an Africa Twin look cramped.
Yeah, I mean it's a stock bike with some bits on it, but I love it.
But it works and it makes you happy, and you get to work.
Yeah.
And what about sticking some different rubber on it so that you could?
Yeah, well that was the first failing today when we went on the grass. I was like, hello. Yeah, some knobbly bits.
I don't know what you'd go for, some Metzler Tourants or something like that.
Yeah, probably. Or
a half.
The Karoos. Stu's got them on his GS. He says they're very good.
Right.
I also want to put some bar risers on it. Just haven't done today and tried to do a little bit of standing.
Bit too cramped for you.
Yeah, I could use another.
Oi, oi. Is that Prince Harry, do you reckon?
There it is.
There's another one. What's going on? Are we in Vietnam? I do like those things. So I think you should sit on my bike and make that shrink.
Make another bike look tiny.
Yeah. So that's what, half a century between the two. 1962, Dave Akins did the recce for the Baja 1000 rally on one of those. Well, the 250 version.
This is the 300.
That's the 305, yeah. So stuff's come a long way. I mean, we had fun today, but we were doing some pretty leisurely stuff.
I mean, so what? It's 50 years of Honda off-road parallel twins.
Oh, there's the peg. Now we've got the exhaust pipes on the quiet mode to be friendly to horses and stuff. So it doesn't sound quite as good as it usually does. Knees are nearly touching the ground.
see. I love that. Remember, I need a classic bike now, don't I?
Yeah. Behind your knee.
Lovely. Bloody lovely. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the Bike Shed YouTube channel. There's a button under here somewhere, and yeah, there's loads of great content on there. Check out Stu's adventure bike video if you like the adventure bikes, but there's all different sorts on there. Maybe more adventure coming up soon.